Hello, hello. Welcome back. Welcome to another episode of Unruly Fashion. I remain your host, Noella Eze. It is Wednesday. Woohoo! My favorite day of the week, of the year in general. There's like how many in a year? Wow, math. Let me see if I can do quick math. There's four Wednesdays a month. Four times 12, 48. That's right. No, there's 52 weeks. So 52 Wednesdays. Darn it. Close enough. Close enough. Anyway, whatever. So it's my favorite day of the week, and that's because I was born on a Wednesday. In case you missed last episode, and if you did go back, I taught you a few lessons there that you might want to learn. And yeah, we're gonna segue right into this week. It's been quite the week, but it's a good week. I've had a good week. It's not bad. So I'm rolling with the joy of the week. I'm trying to just like basically, like I said, last episode I said I'm going to make this place my safe space from all the horror that's going on in the world because yikes. But so this week I'm going to help you in the spirit of trying to remain, what's the word, useful. I'm going to teach you a couple of things this week, but I'm going to segue into who I am today much later. For now, let me just gist you what has been going on in my week. So first of all, my laptop died. No, not died as in, oh, the battery died. No, no, no. My laptop woke up one morning and said, I quit. My laptop pulled an Amazon workers strike on me and said, I was in the middle of a bloody Excel sheet that I was working on. And I was just like, I refuse to cry about this. I refuse to let the joy of last week and Nigerians giving me numbers. I refuse to cry about this. Speaking of Nigerian giving me numbers, like, can you see my necklace? I know it's a cut out of Nigeria. Ask me why I bought this particular one. I bought it because where I'm from is on this map. Enugu is on here. I'm from Enugu. Shout out! Well, I'm technically from Anambra. When I was born, Enugu didn't exist. So I'm from Anambra. I always claim that, and Enugu people don't find it funny. Sorry. Um, and then Lagos is here, which is one of my favorite cities in Nigeria. It's simultaneously my favorite and my most hated city. But I think that's every Nigerian's behavior. Like Lagos is our New York. Everybody loves to hate on New York. Everybody loves to hate on Lagos. Lagos is. I lived in Lagos for 4 years. Yeah, 4 years. Because I was born in Enugu, lived in Enugu my whole life. I lived in Owerri for a little bit when my dad worked there. So we lived in Owerri for a little bit. But most of my life was spent in Enugu. And then we moved to Lagos for about 4 years. We moved in 2003, left in 2007. Yeah, 4 years. Moved in, so I lived in Lagos for 4 years. But I have family, well, had, they're not there anymore, had family in Lagos. No, I still do have family there. Wow, I can't remember. I just discounted a good portion of my family, but whatever. So we had family in Lagos. So I used to go to Lagos to visit. Lagos wasn't foreign for me, not when we moved and it was new to me. No, we moved and we now lived in Lagos, and it was just interesting to actually live there versus visit. When you visit Lagos, Lagos is the best. Like it's just like, yes, let's do this. I love it. And it's just like, oh my God, like everything is so much fun. There's so much fun. There's so much things to do. When you live in Lagos, you're just like, I hate it here. Because first of all, the Lagos gridlock is stuff of legend. I don't know that anybody who lives outside of Lagos understands what it's like to be in Lagos traffic. Lagos traffic is an entity on its own. Like it is, you can sit in traffic for 8 hours. You can sit in traffic for a day. It's not, no, I'm not joking. It's possible. And the funny thing is, when the traffic is over, you don't know what caused the traffic. It's just chilling. The traffic, I'm sure I believe 100%. You can't convince me otherwise. You cannot. Don't try. It is a demon that shows up and just do fancha in the traffic, and then just traffic starts because there is no reason, there's no rhyme or reason for Lagos traffic. It just happens, and then it unhappens. But it's a very funny thing. Like when I lived in Lagos, the 4 years before we moved to Toronto, was also a very different experience from when I moved back. So I graduated college and I moved back. I was like, oh, I'm gonna go back to Nigeria. I think every immigrant's child has this belief. I'm gonna go back to Nigeria and like do things and da 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 da. Da. And I lived in Lagos for a grand total of 1 year. And I said, God, I cannot forbid this. Harder. I rebuke it. Where I ran. It wasn't bad. Some of the best friends I made in that period of time. Like, shout out to my girl Cynthia of Claire Marcus. I met her in that period. Listen, the things I saw with my two eyes in Lagos as an adult is too different. When you live with your parents and you're not paying rent, if you pay Lagos rent, you won't go back. It just is not. But anyway, the point of this is that Lagos is here. I love to hate Lagos. I love Lagos. I also hate it at the same time. It's if you've never been, you should go. I always tell people when they say, "Oh, they want to go to Nigeria," I'm like, "Go to Lagos. Just start with Lagos and then work your way down." Abuja is okay. It's Abuja is to me is Enugu light. Enugu is quiet. Enugu is a sleepy town. Nothing much goes on in Enugu. People are chill. I love Igbo people in general. So there's fun, there's food, there's high life, there's whatever. But Enugu goes to sleep, you know, as does Abuja, but just at a later time. Lagos has no bedtime. You wake up at 2 a.m. in Lagos, something is happening. Yeah, at 4 a.m., something is happening. So man, funnily enough, since we're on anecdotes, my time in Lagos when I spent it with my parents before we moved here was when I learned to do computer programming. I know, right? Yeah, I have a coding background. Fun times, fun times. I missed that. I should go back to it. And then when I went back in 2015 was when I got like my foot firmly in styling. One of the designers that I worked with back then, I just reconnected with her on Instagram. BB Ray International is pretty cool. You should go check out her stuff. I styled so many shoots. I met, like, again, one of my friends that we're still friends till this day, Joyce, is a fantastic model. I met her on one of my shoots in Lagos, and I just, we were stuck in traffic, Apapa traffic. Lagosians know. We were stuck in Apapa traffic. Look, anyway, this is all that is to say that I don't live in Nigeria anymore, but I miss it. I do love Nigeria. I do love Lagos. And yeah, that's why I bought this necklace. So shout out. Today, who am I today? Let's move on to why I came to do this podcast. Who am I today? Today, I'm going to be your style coordinator. Yeah, today I'm gonna help you. I'm actually gonna get into your wardrobe and we're gonna fix it. So last episode I told you about the color wheel and how to like pick colors. This week I'm gonna like help you actually like put that into motion and then teach you a few tips and tricks as to how to like make your wardrobe more cohesive. But more on that when we get back. I just remember being stuck in Papa traffic. Joyce, if you're listening, I'm so sorry. Anyway, we'll be back. Okay, and we're back. Thank you for whatever it was you listened to. So today, like I said, I'm going to be your style coordinator. I'm going to help you coordinate your closet. I talked a little bit about Lagos earlier, and while we were on break, I was just reminiscing. Speaking of style, I think it is also worthwhile to shout out Lagos for these fashions. Lagos Fashion Week, unbeatable. Listen, I don't care. We're talking about Fashion Week, so um no, I was talking about Fashion Week last episode, and so I believe that maybe as of the time of this one, Lagos Fashion Week should either be on because Lagos Fashion Week comes after. Look, for me, the Fashion Week that is undefeated is Lagos Fashion Week because, excuse me, you can't tell Nigerians anything about style. You can't. Nigerians maybe I'm biased. Don't care. Don't care. As Nigerians would say, go and argue with your yard people. Don't care. Lagos Fashion Week is undefeated. The only reason we do not get as much clout as New York Fashion Week and Paris Fashion Week and Milan Fashion Week is because we're not white. There, I said it. Anyway, moving on. So, as your style coordinator, I'm going to help you with colors. I hope you've had a chance this week to study your color wheels, like check out the colors that you'd like to mix and match. Now, the first thing to do the first thing to do whenever you're trying to like figure out your fashion identity is overhaul your wardrobe, right? Now, I'm not going to do the Marie Kondo thing where it's like, oh, if it does not bring you joy, if it does not spark joy, or if you haven't worn it in 2 years, throw it out. I do not believe in throwing anything out. My family is like, you're a pack rat. You say pack rat? I say somebody that finally found something that is going to match that outfit in 5 years. I don't care. Now, I should also replace this with a caveat. I have been the same size since high school. So I can afford to do that. Slight variations, I've maybe increased a little bit, but I don't think anybody who went to high school with me will see me today and be like, oh my God. Yeah, no, same size since high school and the same height. I stopped growing then too. So I can afford to keep things for that long. However, I'm only going to say this. The only things you should throw out are things you know you absolutely can no longer fit into. Whether it's because you went down or up, doesn't matter. Those are the only things you should throw out, right? If it's for, oh, I've never worn it, I don't have anywhere to wear it to, that's not a reason to give anything away. Take it from me, I routinely give things away to my sisters. I'm like, oh, it's not my style anymore. And then they'll just give me 6 government weeks, 6 business weeks. And I'll show up in their wardrobe like, why did I give you this? They'll be like, Noella. I'm like, when did I give you this? Give back my thing. And I'll take it. Because do not change, all that is to say, do not change your style on a whim. Do not change your style on a fleeting feeling. You might not be feeling like this is the type of thing that you wear anymore. I have months where it's like I'm never gonna wear jeans anymore, and I don't. But if it's a consistent feeling for like a year, 2 years, and it's something you can no longer fit into, by all means, give it away. By all means, give it away. By all means, throw it out. So we're gonna go into your wardrobe today. You're gonna start with your shoes because I might not have grown much, but my feet have gotten slightly bigger. So there's shoes, you have to go in there, check which shoes that you know. Because we know first with shoes that we're never going to wear again. We know that we're never going to wear a particular pair of shoes ever again. Either because, it has seen better days. Listen, if the leather is peeling, throw it out. I know it was your favorite pair of shoes and you bought it that time that Nkechi went to the mall with you and it was your favorite memory. It's fine. Take a picture of it and throw it out. It needs to go. Okay? If it's scuffed, peeling, and it's beyond repair. For people in Nigeria, we have cobblers or shoemakers everywhere. So if your shoes are not working, you can just go there and have somebody like redo it for you. But if you're in North America, that's not a luxury that you have. So just please do the good thing and give it to Goodwill or Salvation Army or whatever, because the amount of money it will cost you to repair those shoes is the same amount of money to cost you to buy two more pairs. So don't do that. Throw that out. Start with your shoes. Are you no longer wearing heels? Are heels not like the only thing that has changed over my years is the height of my heels, which funnily enough, like I am now a solid 3 inch heel girl. 4 inches if I'm feeling spicy. There's a time in my life it was 6 inches or more. Like if it's not a 6 inch heel, I am not interested. I don't want it. Flats? Who? Flats? Me? Flats for who? No, I never wore flats. But as my style changed over the years, now I have a solid, decent collection of sneakers, and I have my 4 inch heel. Like I've come down to 4 inch. So all the 6 inch heels are either just chilling for photo ops and places where I know that the only walking I'm going to do is walk downstairs to my car, get in the car, drive to the occasion, get out of the car, walk maybe 2-3 feet to where I'm sitting down and sit down the rest of the night. Sure, those are where my 6 inch heels come, but most of them have been given away to the people that still have that sort of energy. See, I'm a tired old millennial. I'm trying. Okay, I can only do my best. You should also do the same with your shoes. Find where your heel tolerance is now, and anything that's higher than that, give it away. Give it away. Now, if it is so perfect that you don't want to give it away, you know that you can, like the situation where it's like, I know that they're going to drive me to this place and then I'll just sit down. Okay, keep it. But if you know that there's absolutely no way, give it away. That's with shoes. That's with shoes. Then start with colors. Okay. What color have you not worn? And do you just absolutely viscerally react to, and you're just like, I'm not going to wear that? You know the things you're not going to wear. If you know you're going to wear it at some point, keep it. Keep it. But if you know that you absolutely 1000% are never going to wear it, even if it was a gift, it doesn't matter. I had the hardest time giving away gifts. Um, I hold, for me, gifts hold so much sentimental value for me. If you give me something, and the things that I cherish the most in this order: books, shoes, clothes, everything else, right? If you give me a book, no matter how lousy that book is, I'm going to keep it. I love books, they're my thing. So if you give me a book, I have a book there that someone gave me. I know I'm never going to read it. It's a useless book, but I keep it. One day, I might, who knows, but I will never give away books. The same with shoes. I have shoes. I had a pair of shoes that someone gave me. It was not my style. I mean, they did their best. And I always tell people, if you want to buy me fashion things, the best thing you can do is give me a gift card. I love gift cards. Same thing with book. Give me a gift card to a bookstore. Give me a gift card to the mall. Let me pick it out myself. I will never give away those shoes because you bought it for me. It was your money I used to buy it. So if you give me shoes, I'm not going to give them away. I know it's hard, but eventually I did give those shoes away because they were just I was never going to wear them. The color was off, the style was off, the heel height was off. It didn't go with anything in my wardrobe, and I knew it, like it was still brand new in the box, and I was like, yeah. I knew it came from a good place, but it took me so long to give it away. So that's the second thing you should check. Something that someone gave you that you love. You love the person that gave it to you, but you don't love the thing, and you cannot return it anymore. Please give it away. Just give it away. You're not going to wear it. It's taking up space. Clothes wise, again, colors that you know you're not going to wear. I Let me see. What color do I not have in my wardrobe? I have blue, even though I detest blue. I have pink. I have a lot of red. I'm not a fan. I know you're looking at me wearing red, saying that I don't have a lot of red. I can count the number of red things I have on one hand. Also, this was a gift, and it's polka dot. For me, polka dot negates whatever color the thing is. If you put a polka dot pattern on baby blue, I'll buy it. That's my least favorite shade of blue. I will buy it because polka dot is undefeated. So I don't have a lot of red. The reds that I do have are reds that I know I'm gonna wear. So find the colors in your wardrobe that you know that you just it's not your thing. You're not gonna wear it. Give that away and then make room for the things you know you are gonna wear. So if you've looked at your color wheel and you've picked out what colors you want to start trying with, now start coordinating them with your wardrobe. So, what color do you have the most in your wardrobe? If you say black, I will beat you because black is not a color. Black is an absence of color. What color do you have the most? If the answer is black, you need more colors. Go out today, buy something in whatever color you had chosen. Buy that. And then come back and buy more things to complement that color. If you do have colors, if you have, let's say, a majority of your wardrobe is red, I'm going to need you to buy more greens. Green complements red. Buy more oranges. Orange goes with red. Buy more pinks. Pink goes with red. Right? Buy more golds. Red and gold is an undefeated combination. Undefeated. You don't understand. Undefeated combination. It's you can't go wrong. Red and gold is beautiful. Buy more golds. Gold obviously is a shade of yellow. So buy more golds, buy more oranges, buy more greens if you have red. If you have blue in your wardrobe, I'm judging you. Buy more yellows. Okay, buy more yellows, buy more teals, buy greens, buy purples. It seems like the yellow is the anomaly in all the colors I just mentioned right now because yellow is like a bright color. If you have a lot of blues in your wardrobe, that means you're a cool color person. So buy more greens, buy more purples, throw in the yellow. Why not? Live a little. By throwing an orange there. And the same. So the same goes with all of the colors. Which other color? If you have a lot of browns, you're not very adventurous, are you? It's a beautiful color. It's undefeated. But I'm going to need you to go out there and buy something. Let me just pick a random color that goes with brown. Buy something pink. I know. Buy something pink. Throw it on with the brown. And then buy something purple. Purple and brown or orange and brown. Top notch. So give your colors compliments. Find the colors that complement them on the color wheel. Start buying more of those. Give your wardrobe a little bit more range. Black is nice for when you don't want to try. But black is an absence of color. And you, baby, like color for somebody. So that's when it comes to your clothes. Okay? And then what textures do you have the most? Are you a knits person? I feel like I should be showing you what a knit is. You know the fabric of sweaters? That's a knit. That's like when two yarns are like knit together. That's a knit. Are you a knits person? Nigerians, your answer is going to be no because who's wearing sweater in that hot Nigerian weather? North Americans, obviously, your answer is going to be yes because it's cold here all the time, right? And by the time it gets around to summer is like 2 minutes long. So if you're a knits person, try to like mix up your knits, okay? Get smoother fabrics, so your leathers, your satins, so that it can play with your knits. If you don't have a lot of knits, if you have more cottons, try to get fabric that has a lot more light, like a lot more texture to it. So get Nigerians would have a lot of Ankara, a lot of print. So try to get more solid fabric. Try to get more linen is one of my favorite fabrics and one of my least favorites. Nothing wrinkles like linen. Oh, linen is gorgeous. Linen is beautiful. I love linen. But get you some linen. It's breathable. If you're in a hot climate, linen is undefeated. It's breathable. It moves. Yes, it will wrinkle, but stop putting starch in it. That's actually that was a jab, a direct jab at Igbo men. So stop putting starch in your clothes. But yeah, if what you have is mostly smooth fabrics, try velvet. Velvet is a good fabric. It's breathable. It's not too heavy. Not the heavy ones. Just get that. And I can't believe I'm about to say the words that are about to come out of my mouth. But corduroy. Corduroy is not bad. Corduroy is not bad. It's corduroy. And the thing about corduroy is that if you do it wrong, it's just not okay. Like you tend to look like you came out of a 70s ad, and the 70s were, yeah, the fashion was cute, but it was a little much. It was giving a little too much. So yeah, that's how you coordinate. Get the shoes that you know you're not going to wear again. You know which ones. I don't care who gave it to you. Give it away or sell it. Find the color that you've picked from your color wheel last week. Buy something in that color or check your wardrobe and then complement the colors in your wardrobe, right? And accessories wise, be bolder. Go out there and buy some bold accessories. Or you put with your tiny hoops. Buy something big. Buy a chunky bracelet. I'm not an earrings person. I don't wear earrings a lot. My ears are pierced, but I'm not a fan. It's just so I do the rings and the chunky bracelets and the statement necklaces and stuff like that. Buy statement pieces. And then last tip, go out there today and buy one statement piece. Something that you look at and you're like, I don't think that I could. Yes, you can. You can pull it off, baby. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Buy it. Buy it and bring it back. You can do it. I believe in you. All right. That's it. We're gonna go pay some bills, and then we'll come back, and I'll give you some tips, and I will also answer the Q&A for this week's episode. So I'm gonna see you in a bit. Go start thinking of the statement thing that you're going to buy. If it's boots with spikes, do it. If it's the most colorful purse you can think of, do it. This is mostly for my North Americans. Nigerians are not afraid of color. They're not afraid of color and things that are out there, because every time we go to traditional weddings we're seeing things. But go out there. If you're typically not the person to take any fashion risks, go out there and take on risks today. You are not going to die. You can do it. All right, see you in a bit. All right, and we're back. And this is where we segue into the next segment, which is unruly tips or takes. I'll be giving you tips this whole episode. I feel like I have a take. No, actually, I have a take. I don't feel like. Here's my unruly take. This is going to be an unruly take. Here's my unruly take. There's nothing fashionable about the color black. There, I said it. The fashion girlies are always telling you, black is so fashionable. It's a lie. There is nothing fashionable about the color black. The only thing that black does is, and I will give it to the color black, is that black manages to look formal or like you tried, even though you didn't. But that is largely a North American thing. Everywhere else, in Nigeria, if you wear black, they'll ask you who died. There's nothing fashionable about the color black. It's not cute. It's not fashionable. It's not the best. It's just, and this is my take. Here comes the take. Are you ready? It's for lazy people and unimaginative people who do not want to try. Unless you're a punk, in which case, that is a direct yelling against the establishment. But if you're wearing black head to toe as per, oh, this is fashion, it's nonsense. It means, it just tells me that A, you don't have the balls to wear color. You don't have the balls. You do not have the cojones to mix colors. And it shows. Nothing fashionable about black. Throw all of that black rubbish out. Throw it out and wear some color. Wear some color. Wear color with your chest. Go out there, buy something colorful and throw it into your wardrobe. There's nothing fashionable about black, and there's nothing, all this thing that I tell you that black is slimming is a lie. It's nonsense. Wear the colors you want to wear. That's my take. The fashion people are going to come for me, but I don't care. I'm one of you too. You think I don't know your lingo? Come now, let's fight. Why am I so violent today? I've had enough of the black supremacy. It's rubbish. It's rubbish. Same thing goes with white. I don't. How do people wear white? White is cuter, honestly. But as somebody who does not enjoy doing laundry and who likes, the only exception I make for black, and which is why most of my denim is black or blue, is that I like to sit wherever I want, and that includes on the floor. I don't care. Is it your floor? Is it your clothes that are getting dirty? I'll sit wherever I want, right? So if you wear color, obviously it's harder to do that. It's harder to do that. So I'll give that. But it's the only reason. The fact, because you don't want to get, like, you want to be able to camouflage the fact that your clothes are dirty or that you're a dirty person. Those are people. I'm done. I'm done. I'm gonna segue to the unruly questions because I just called everybody who wears black dirty. Did I lie? As somebody who always wore black, I wore it as a protest. What was your excuse? Anyway, we're going to segue right now into unruly, unruly questions. And this particular question that I have, for me, is very unruly. I'm very upset because it's upsetting in the reason that, in the way that you don't think it should be upset. Like, it's nothing upsetting about it. It's a very sensible question, but it's upsetting to me, and I'll tell you why. So, but let me read the question first. So it's like, I have to cut heels out of my wardrobe for, or seriously reduce the use, and I absolutely need to use footwear with sole support. How do I successfully incorporate flats into my style while maintaining the sexy? And this is from Ziggy Luscious. Yeah, baby, my boo. I'm gonna put our handle, Ziggy Luscious. So she's asking about this. So basically, the question in a nutshell is, how do I transition out of heels and into flats while not losing any of the sexiness? First of all, a moment of silence, because I don't understand why you don't want to wear heels anymore. What is wrong with heels? Heels are fantastic. I don't understand. For what reason? I'm very hurt. As somebody who has absolutely refused to give up my heels, I said no. So it's not me. You can't stop me. Whenever I hear, and this is reopening old wounds, because my mom, I grew up, like, I come from a family of very stylish people in their own right. Like, my mom was my style inspiration when I was growing up. The woman was always giving. Like, every picture that I have of the woman was giving. She was always serving it up and handing it out to the people to collect. I say that's who I want to be. And her heels, stilettos. Like, you couldn't stop her. Her nail polish red, lipstick on point, her hair was down to her back. Like, no, my mom was always giving. So she was my style icon growing up. And then at some point, my mom stopped wearing heels. And obviously, she's older. And the woman does not want to break her leg one day. But I'm just like, I don't understand what you mean you don't want to wear. She's like, oh, beg, no, don't stress me. I'm like, but you used to wear heels when we're younger. She's like, yes, we're not younger anymore. What do you mean? And when I'm telling you young, I'm talking when I was 6 years old. And now in my 30s. Imagine how old my poor mother is, and I still want her to wear heels. I love heels. Okay, I think they're so cool. And that's because I grew up watching my mom and her and her friends, they were just the cutest. Um, and then, speaking of style, like I said, I come from a super stylish family. My dad is always styling. So to answer Ziggy's question, the trick I found, because there was also a time that I went through that I was like, I can't do heels no more. Like, it was when I was transitioning out of my 6-inch heel phase. and I had to find like comfortable heels again. So, but I had to take a break because dang. Um, so I did sneakers. Sneakers is I found the way to maintain the cuteness, maintain the style without throwing away, the sexy. Another thing is platforms. Platforms are the cheat code for heels, right? I have platforms, actually, these are plimsolls, there's a difference. I have platforms on right now, which is like they give you that extra 2 inch, 3 inch, right? Obviously, me on my platforms, I do 4 inch platforms too. Those are creepers. But platforms are the easy way to segue out of heels without necessarily segueing out of heels. You still get your lift, but you're comfortable. You're walking, you're fine. So a good 2 inch platform will get the job done. Sneakers too, like most sneakers today have like a little bit of elevation at the back. So they give you a good 2 inches, especially I think Nike does a good job of these. I mean, the Balenciagas and stuff, but don't go and spend, do not spend $1,000 on sneakers. Anyway, don't do it. uh the Balenciagas, styles like that basically like slope, right? Those are a good way. And honestly, running shoes, they all have like arch support, sole support. So that's an easy way to segue out of heels without fully segueing out of heels. And the thing is, sneakers is that they're versatile. Speaking of sneakers, like I recently raided my sister's wardrobe. Thank you, Kosi. I appreciate it. She was like, "What?" The poor girl was not around. I was like, so I'm going to take this, and this. Send her a picture because I'm civilized. Okay? I cannot rob you without telling you. But I was like, by the way, I'm taking these shoes. Just like, okay. But it like sneakers come, they're not the sneakers we grew up wearing, which were just basically white canvas, literally. But now you have a variety of colorful sneakers that you can just segue into. You have platform shoes as well, brogues. Almost anything you can think of comes in platforms. There's brogues, there's I don't platform sandals as well. Those are like one of my favorite go-tos, especially when I want to wear heels but I don't want to wear heels, things like that. So platforms, sneakers, that is your way to segue out of it. I recommend heels small sha. Baby, just come on now. For that time where you want to give them a little bit of oomph. Because granted, people talk about how heels are bad for your posture. Yes, extremely high heels with no arch support are terrible. But you know what my trick is? Platform heels. So if you have a heel, I actually have one, but I don't have it on me. If you have a heel, that the front is a platform, right? So those new Versace shoes that are out right now, the ones with like the layered platform in front, those are comfortable. They look high, but they're not because the platform in front already negates the heel at the back. So it's a 6 inch heel. But if you have like a 2 inch platform or even a 3 inch platform, it's technically a 3 inch heel. You're comfortable. Your foot isn't doing that thing that it does in Louboutins, which is honestly what is stopping me from buying them because those shoes are gorgeous. I know they're $1,000, but they are beautiful to look at. But that's incline to where I can't. I just, maybe younger me, but I can't. There is no arch support. I cannot imagine. Just looking at Louboutins hurts my eyes. It hurts me on a visceral level. But yeah, anyway, so that's my question. Sorry, that's my response. I hope that my little ramble basically gave you the response that you have. Try sneakers, try platforms, and if you still want to wear heels, platform heels gets the job done every single time. Platform heels with a chunky heel, not with the stiletto heel, because YSL had that moment a while, the tributes. I almost bought those. Anyway, they had the tributes. Those are not exactly the best. Chunky heel, chunky platform, most comfortable things you ever wore. They're high, but they're still comfortable. So that's it. That brings us to the end of today's episode. Um, Today, let's quick recap. Today, I was your style coordinator. Okay. I helped you go into your wardrobe. I've told you things to pick out. Told you a little bit about Lagos, and I maintain that Lagos Fashion Week is the premier one. Um, Told you things to pick out. So whatever colors you picked from last week that you decided that you're going to start wearing, pick the complementary color or the analogous color. Go out there, buy something that is in that color. Buy something statement. Um, Throw out shoes that are bad and that just you're never going to wear again, that are not your style. Whether or not it's a gift, it doesn't matter. Throw out clothes that you no longer fit into. If you haven't worn it for several years and you don't fit into it anymore, give it away. If you still fit into it and you think you can still wear it, keep it. I don't care if it's 10 years there. Doesn't matter. One day you find the perfect compliment. And then buy statement jewelry, accessories, purses, all that jazz. And I think that's it. That is it for this episode. I hope that I have helped. Come back next episode for more. And as always, you can find me on Instagram at the Noella E. That's my personal Instagram. Find the podcast on Instagram at Unruly Fashion Pod. The Podpire Network is also on Instagram at the Podpire Network. We're on YouTube. Please subscribe so you can watch the visual podcast. You can see me gesticulating, and you can see this Nigerian necklace that I was talking about. So it's very nice, like, comment, share, and any feedback, any style questions that you have, please ask through the Unruly Fashion messages on Instagram, or leave your comment on YouTube. That too is fine. But yeah, thank you again for a wonderful episode of Stay With Me This Long. I will see you next week on Wednesday, bright and early. Ciao.